What's up, bitches? So this week on In Real Life is Opinion Week, and I'm guessing a lot of people who, actually I feel like anyone who watched this has heard about the tragedy in Milford, Connecticut, and about the stabbing at the school. And unfortunately that was my old school. It's right down the street from me, and that was my friend. So I just wanted to talk about my opinion on media involving themselves in tragedies such as this, because it's starting to get a little bit out of hand here, and it's not okay, in all honesty. So basically, I was in Hartford when I found out that Maren had been stabbed, and we were all sitting in the car, and her death hadn't been pronounced yet, and then it got pronounced probably around 11:30, and maybe 5 minutes after that I got a message from some random girl on Twitter that started asking me questions. And here, I can read this for you. She was messaging me on Twitter, and at first I thought it was just like people giving condolences to people who knew the victim. So she asked, "I'm so sorry for your loss. Are you a classmate of Maren?" And I was in the talent show and with her, and I knew her from like drama and all my friends from drama, because they were all like her friend. And I would go and like sit in Maren's video production class all the time, and we would talk. So I saw her a lot when I was still in school. And then she asked, "Do you know if the dispute was about prom?" And I said no, because the only people who really know what had started it is Maren and the attacker. Like, nobody knows for positive what it's about. That's just what has been going around. And then she asked if Jared was her boyfriend, and I said yeah. And then she asked, was that who she was going to prom with? And I said yeah, but why are you asking me all these questions? And she said, just trying to learn more about what happened so we have accurate information. So I asked, what information for what, and what do you mean for we? If you're messaging me about this to get any information for some sort of article of any kind that is low, it just happened and people are in a fragile state, that's absolutely disrespectful. That's what I said. And it turns out the woman works for ABC News, and she was covering the incident and wanted to make sure that Maren was remembered in the best way possible. And it just really got to me, the fact that less than an hour after her death was pronounced, there was already media going and trying to get information out of kids who were just learned that one of their friends was killed. So I wrote back, disregard everything I said, I don't want to be a part of this. Badgering people who are in a fragile state directly after it happens is absolutely disgusting, and it's not okay. And it just got to me, the fact that somebody can literally let everything sink in for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then immediately start badgering kids online to try and get information, to get a good article out there so they can have high ratings on something that just happened. And it's absolutely disgusting. Like, I don't think it's okay in the slightest bit. You need to let people, you need to give people respect. Like, you need to respect people's privacy and space. If you're not involved in it, you shouldn't even be asking the questions. And then yesterday was everyone who still goes to school's first day back, and I went to go pick up my friend just to spend the day with him and get both of our minds off of everything. And I drove over there, and there was probably at least 10 news vans. And I just think it's disgusting. Like, you're literally gonna go park outside of the school and point cameras in kids' faces when they just get out of school after something terrible happens. Like, I don't get it, in all honesty. Like, I ended up parking next to 2 news vans, and they were waiting. Like, they were waiting for kids to start coming out of the building. And when the kids started coming out of the building, they got out of their trucks with their cameras and got ready. And there was at least 5 over by our rock that everyone painted for Maren, and put all their stuffed animals and flowers and everything, and they put a big tent over it so it wouldn't get wet in the rain. And there's just so many newscasters I don't understand why you can't give people privacy. Like, a 16-year-old girl was just stabbed by another 16-year-old boy and murdered. And you're gonna go to that crime scene and point a camera in any kid who comes out of the building's face, whether they knew her or not, whether they knew him or not, whether they want you to be there or not. None of them want you there. None of them want this kind of thing to happen. None of them wanted the incident to happen in the first place. But the fact that you're all there is making it 100% worse. Instead of letting them trying to like get back to normal and like just going back to school, you're just prolonging it. You're making it seem like it's not gonna go away. And that's terrible. I don't approve of that. I don't like that. I want that to stop. I don't want news all over my friends and like questioning them about Maren when they don't want you to question them about her. They want to stay with their friends. They want to give themselves time. They want to remember Maren for everything that good that she did, which was a lot, by the way. And you're just prolonging it and making it seem like the worst tragedy. And it's a very bad tragedy, yes. I will definitely give everyone that. Like, it was one of the worst things. And the fact that it happened right down the street from me to someone that I know, from somebody that I know, just makes everything horrible. But the fact that the media is taking it into their own hands to try and get information out of other kids. Like, learn your limits. Learn your limits. Skidoo, I guess.